The crash of the DHL operated Boeing 737-400 cargo plane near Vilnius raises serious questions, especially in light of recent events involving DHL facilities and concerning Russian sabotage. The crash, which tragically killed one crew member and injured three others, occurred just a very short way away from Vilnius airport in the early hours of November the 25th. And while Lithuanian authorities initially suggested a technical failure this morning or human error, they've not ruled out the possibility of a terrorist action, citing the broader context. And this crash follows two incidents at DHL logistics hubs in Leipzig and Birmingham earlier, where incendiary devices exploded. European security services have linked these incidents to potential Russian attempts to disrupt transatlantic aviation. A chilling theory says these explosions were rehearsals for a more devastating attack, possibly involving aircraft, and the devices, disguised as massage pillows, could have caused catastrophic damage mid-air had their activation not been delayed. Poland's Foreign Intelligence Agency explicitly blamed Russia for these plots, though Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov dismissed the allegations as unsubstantiated insinuations. Of course, we all believe Dmitry Peskov. But the timing and the escalation of these events fuel speculation that Moscow is employing hybrid tactics to destabilize Western infrastructure. And Russia's recent rhetoric has intensified following NATO's decision to supply Ukraine with long-range missiles, many of which were facilitated by the UK and the US. And Moscow warned of unpredictable consequences for Western nations supporting Ukraine. Lithuanian State Security Department Chief Darius Joanskis acknowledged the environment of heightened aggression, saying, "We cannot rule out the case of terrorism. Russia's behaviour has become increasingly aggressive." And given Lithuania's proximity to Kaliningrad, that's the little Russian enclave, and its key role as a NATO member supporting Ukraine, it's a plausible target, unfortunately, for Moscow's retaliatory strategy. The crash's occurrence in the middle of this volatile period, in the middle of this atmosphere, while this atmosphere of aggression is active, cannot be ignored. Initial flight data reveals that the plane's descent appeared normal until moments before impact, and reports of the crew's miscommunication with air traffic control and possible fatigue suggest a plausible technical or human error. But the dramatic rightward pitch and rapid descent raise the possibility of external interference, and security analysts have not dismissed sabotage, pointing to potential tampering with navigation systems, a hallmark of Russian electronic warfare capability. The timing, just days after Lithuanian leaders reiterated their commitment to NATO and to Ukraine, invites scrutiny. Russia has a documented history of targeting aviation as part of its covert operations. Notable incidents would include the downing of in 2014, the downing of the Malaysian Air Flight's MH17 over eastern Ukraine, attributed to a Russian missile, and of course the bomb plots involving air cargo, with detonations disguised as digital printers on cargo planes in 2010, and some experts now speculating that these methods could be resurfacing in the DHL's case. And the crash symbolises the intersection of aviation safety and security and the wider global tensions. As the German Foreign Minister Annalena Baerbock says, in volatile times accidents can blur with hybrid attacks. And this uncertainty undermines public confidence and escalates tensions in a region already braced for further Russian provocation. Should evidence emerge linking the crash to sabotage, the implications would be severe. It would mean NATO would have to strengthen its responses, add further sanctions to Russia, even without clear, direct evidence. The event underscores the vulnerability of the global supply chains to hybrid warfare. And while the official investigation remains in its early stages, the DHL crash cannot be viewed in isolation. Whether it was a tragic accident or the latest chapter in Russia's shadow war against the West, this incident highlights the precarious balance between safety and support. And as Lithuania's outgoing Prime Minister says, in the current context, we look at every incident differently than before. Absolutely. It's a grim reflection of the times in which we live, and a call to seek resolution. To seek resolution. And this is not a call for appeasement. This is a call for resolution, not only in Russia and Ukraine, but also in Palestine and Israel and Lebanon. We need to be seeking resolution. And I think the policy of sanctions and the policy of not talking, I think these are foolish policies. We are not at war with Israel, with Palestine, with Russia. We should be talking properly to all of these countries. And we should recognize Palestine as an independent state.